ZMGBOOKS, your host this evening, and I have the distinct pleasure of talking to the cast as well as the writer, producer, director, she does it all, of the new original stage play Under Construction. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Sabrina Hamilton. Hey lady!
Hey girl, how are you?
I am well, how are
Wonderful.
you?
I am good, thank you.
So you are stepping out, we're about to do this thing, your first original play.
Yes ma'am.
But before we get to that, let's talk about you being an author, you being a CEO, how you came to decide to do a play. So let's talk about you being an author first. You have 2 books?
I have 2 books, The Gifts of Love, Peace, and Wisdom, which is a children's book about 25 lessons of life that every African American child should know.
Okay.
And the second book is called Keeping It Real, which is a book for women about issues that we go through from a biblical perspective.
What made you decide to step into the realm of being an author?
Actually, it was right here on SLU's campus. I was taking a class called The African American Child with Dr. Barbara Woods. At that time, she's no longer living, but rest her soul. And I had to do a project, and the project was to write a children's book. And so I did it the night before. I was up late, just wrote a story, used some pictures from Ebony magazine and Essence magazine to put it together. Turned it in on that day. She had a conference on that weekend. She took the books to the conference, laid some of the books out on the table, and my book was one of the ones that they saw. And they said, "Oh my gosh, this is great." And so I got an A+ on it, and in it she wrote, "You need to think about publishing this." And that wasn't the first time she had encouraged me to publish my writing, because I had wrote poetry and stuff for different projects. I was like, yeah, right, I'm not writing that. I'm here to be a social worker. I'm going to just put this on the shelf. So I put it on the shelf. And about 10 years later, I was contemplating working a part-time job because I wanted to supplement my income. I said, girl, pull out that book and get it together. So I looked through my archives, pulled it out, called a friend of mine to do the illustration, rewrote the storyline a little bit, and published the book.
And there
it was.
And the rest, as they say,
is history.
History.
Absolutely.
Well, that is absolutely amazing, because you and I, people who don't know, we are longtime high school colleagues, classmates, friends, and just to see people grow into their purpose and what it is that they are meant to do, it's totally awesome. So when you are writing, what do you give your inspirations to write?
It might be things I'm going through in life. Because writing for me is therapy. I've always wrote stories. I keep a journal. I've always did that. Even as a kid, I remember having a diary and write my little personal thoughts and my little secrets.
And then your mama find it under your mattress and you get in trouble.
And then she'll try to say something like, "What's going on at school? What about this little boy?" I'm like, "Nah, I had that in my diary. I know." She has me looking at my stuff, so whatever. So absolutely. And so I just enjoy it, and it is therapy for me. And I think that if I buy books and read people's stuff, I think what I have to say is just as important.
Okay, very good, very good. So let's talk about this play, Under Construction. Now the title to me saying something needs to get fixed. So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the play and what inspired you to write this particular play.
Well, the play was actually in my head about 8 years ago, and I didn't feel like writing. I just wasn't in the mood. It was I just got married, some other things going on, and it was just there. And so years would pass, it would still be in my head. I said, okay. This past year in 2014, I went through something very traumatic. And I said, okay, let me write. Now, the original thought when I was going to write the play was going to be about women and depression. But as I was writing, the Holy Spirit said, no, we're going to deal with our men, because men don't talk about that issue. They hold it inside, they blow up, they get angry, and they're walking around like ticking time bombs. Women go and talk to their girlfriends. They'll go seek help. They'll write poems or songs or whatever to get their issues out. But men usually don't do that, especially our African Americans. They don't. And so I was like, okay, Lord. So I just wrote, and it was just flowing. And during that whole process, I was like, is it really meant for me to do this? But the more I was writing, it was just flowing through. I was calling people to do different things, and things just falling in line. So I'm like, okay, it really is you, Lord. I'm so sorry for being disobedient and waiting for so long.
Yeah, when that usually happens, when everything just fall into place as it should, that lets you know that, it's time to just go ahead and do this, and the time is going to be right on time. Okay. So Under Construction.
Yes.
Where'd the title come from?
Okay, it came from the Holy Spirit because it was going to be titled Keeping It Real from our second book.
Okay.
He's like, we ain't doing Keeping It Real because everybody got some issues they're going through, and we're all under construction for something. And so when I actually started writing the play, it was in October of 2014. Just around the time when Michael Brown's situation had started, and we saw all of that stuff happening with our men.
Okay.
And so again, it just kind of flowed with everything that was going on.
Okay.
And so again, it's going to talk about African American men in depression, commitments, loss, relationships, and friendships.
Oh, wow. Okay, so under construction, we all need a little bit of something to get us together. So tell me about your process of putting this all together, because 2014 to now, because we're, right here in 2015, early part of 2015, this didn't take you no time to get it together. So tell me about your process. Is it just something that I'm just gonna write, and it's done, and then the Holy Spirit say, hey, let's get this together, we want this to produce now?
Pretty much. And so let me kind of tell you how this happened.
Okay.
So in July of 2014, I was told I was pregnant.
Okay.
In September 2014, I went to the doctor. They told me the baby didn't have a heartbeat.
Okay.
So I had lost the baby.
Okay.
The baby would have been due in April.
Okay.
And so October is when I started writing, because again, that was my therapy.
Okay.
And so in December, it was done. And so I had a timeline. It had to be done in April.
Okay.
And so here we are in April.
Okay.
It was done in December. I did the auditions in January, cast it in January, auditions started, rehearsals started in January, started looking for venues, doing all of that process, and here we are in April, 5 days away, and we're getting ready to be live.
And this, let me tell you what I love about this story right now that you just shared. I always tell people when we're talking about, writing or writing a book, I always reference it as you talk about it like giving birth. You treat it as a birth, the whole process from beginning to end. And my condolences for your loss. But we all know that, God works in mysterious ways. So this to me is like the birth of your baby.
Absolutely. And that is exactly what I told the cast. You all about to birth my child.
Absolutely.
So we have to treat this child with care.
Absolutely.
Because we're about to show it before the entire world eventually.
Absolutely. So yeah, I love that story. So tell me this. Before we talk to the cast, what do you want people to walk away with once they have seen your play?
I want people to know two things.
Okay.
One, that God is our source and everything else is a resource. And we have to utilize the resources that we have and that He has made available to us.
Okay.
And two, I want African American men to walk away with the fact that asking for help is not a sign of weakness.
Absolutely.
It's a sign of strength.
Absolutely.
And if you feel that your mental health is not 100%, go seek some professional help, whatever that is. Whether it's your spiritual advisor, whether it's talking to your boys, whether it's going to seek an actual counselor or therapist.
Right.
Because if you don't get all of that anger and whatever else is going on inside of you,
it's going to manifest some kind of way.
Absolutely. And not only hurts you, but also hurts those people around you, your family, your children.
Right.
I mean, everybody. Your workplace is affected, everything. So go seek help for your mind. If the doctor tells you have cancer, you're going to go see the oncologist. So if something's wrong with your mind and your mood, go seek the professional that deals with that.
Absolutely.
We can't be this so stereotypical and so shy about going to ask for help or going to tell people our problems. Because the same thing is true today. What goes on in this house stays in this house. But that's not always the case.
It's not always the right answer.
Because things are happening in the house that is not healthy.
Right.
And so we have to let somebody know what's going on so they can seek professional help. And again, as a social worker, that's what I do. If you need the resources, there are plenty out here. I can definitely direct you to that.
Okay.
And so we'll also have resources on site for the play. NAMI will be there as well as Father Support Center.
Okay, absolutely. That is wonderful. So you all heard it here. Now, we are doing the first run of the play here in St. Louis, but under construction, I just got a feeling it's going to be somewhere else in a city near you.
Absolutely.
So you all stay tuned. So you all stay tuned. Writer, director, producer, Ms. Sabrina Hamilton.
Celebration, depression, friendship, and commitment. The play Under Construction deals with African American men and depression, relationships, and grief. While celebrating his parents' 40th anniversary, tragedy strikes. How will Tony deal with the loss?